Hi, I'm Tricia Rose Stone. I am a spiritual and empowerment life coach, and I'm back today to share some lessons and teaching from one of my all-time favorite sources, the Tao Te Ching. This is not religion, it's just philosophy. Written over 2,400 years ago, it's shockingly applicable to day-to-day life now. The overarching theme of verse 20 is about living authentically, living true to your path. I'm going to break it down into some other areas and how it can be applied in today's life, even with dating and finding love. And we always have to choose between living a life of authenticity or of conforming. It's important to embrace your path. This is the teaching of this verse. And a reminder that it takes courage to really do your path. I wanted to share a little bit about my story that I find it so resonates with this, because I remember when I was 30, I had just had a baby and I was going through a divorce. Half my friends had never been married yet. Hardly any of them had children. I was really embarrassed that I was going through this divorce, and I thought, why can't I be like everyone else? I wanted to conform. I wish I could have conformed and been following everyone else's path, because this is not the path I want. And if I could go back to that version of myself when I was 30 and say, you have no idea how amazing this is all going to work out. This is your path. You were not meant to be in that marriage. You were meant to be doing exactly what you're doing, which was building a business and raising my daughter on my own. In that process of going through that divorce and moving back closer to my family, and became closer with my mom. We healed our relationship. I became closer with my whole family. I ended up having really exciting business life that I would never have had if I had been in that marriage. And that's not to mention all the benefits for my daughter of this whole situation. Embracing the path you're on, even when it doesn't seem to fit what you think it should, is probably the biggest lesson in verse 20, and I love it. The other big one is surrendering to the present moment, because we're often stuck in wanting things to be different than they are. It connects to the other issue of the authenticity, because it's am I going to be okay with what is? Am I going to power against it and not surrender to the present moment? I want to share something that happened this week that reminded me of this. I watched the rocket go up, the Blue Origin rocket, and I was really moved by it. I know that it has received some criticism, but I was very moved, and especially by Katy Perry. She was amazing. But she came down and said, I wanted to show my daughter what it's like to surrender. You're surrendering to going out into space. Looking back on Earth, what I felt is I couldn't believe all the love I have inside. And it really touched me. You're surrendering to the truth. What's real is the love you have inside and for the people in your life. I wanted to wrap that around to the dating scene. How does this apply? When I'm working with clients, a lot of times they're stuck in the storyline of fear, which is what's going to happen in the future. I'm scared I'm never going to meet someone. I feel alone. I'm not enough. Or it's about the past, feeling badly about what happened before and not being able to really be in the present moment. And that in itself is just never going to work out with the dating scene, because the law of attraction is so real. It's exactly the same as the law of gravity. It's like dropping a dime, it's going to hit the floor. That's how real the law of attraction is. So if you are walking around with that story and those feelings of, I'm not enough, I desperately need to meet someone, you're going to attract someone who's on that same frequency, and that person probably is not going to be at the level you really deserve, because that person might be very needy, very insecure. But those stories are just not, those are not about the present moment. Those are about you've lost the present moment. So even just slipping into the moment and being aligned with what is for 10 minutes at a time, every day, morning and night, you begin to start to become aware when you're not in that monkey mind thinking all the time. In those moments when you're in the present moment, that's when you can attract the right partner. Not when you're in the story and the drama of sadness from the past or fear about the future. Growing that little by little, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, you start to become, okay, I can live in this state. Then I'm so magnetic, so powerfully magnetic, and I can attract something I really deserve. That's something I work with clients on, is trying to create those moments and staying in them. And you're going to have the thoughts, but just letting them go and not getting stuck in the thoughts. Just let the thoughts come, let the thoughts go. Get back in the present moment where all the power is, where your ability to attract what you really want is. The other thing I'm going to leave you with from verse 20 is to know that there's so much beauty in your unique path. The path you're on is the one only you can experience. When you find yourself wishing things were different, wishing you were different like I did, and I still do sometimes, this is just life, we all go through this, but realize that it's the uniqueness of your path that makes you so beautiful. It makes your life meaningful. Honor the path that has taken you to where you are right now, because it's exactly where you belong. Get aligned with what is right now and see what can happen from here. I hope you found this helpful, and I will be back again next month. I bring one verse in once a month, and enjoy practicing the verse when I share it with you. So I'm going to be working on this one over the next month with you. I'm Tricia Rose Stone. I am a coach. I work with women, particularly women looking for love, but I work with women who are also seeking a deeper path, their true path, and women who are navigating motherhood. I work to support them on the inner level. You can find out more about me below. I've attached my link to my blog. I've written a blog post about this topic and links to my sites, so you can schedule a free discovery call if you want to learn more about me. And I hope to see you again soon. Take care. Bye.